A company prices its hurricane insurance using the following assumptions. In any calendar year there can be at most one hurricane. In any calendar year the probability of a hurricane is 0.05. The number of hurricanes in any calendar year is independent of the number of hurricanes in any other calendar year. Using the company's assumptions, calculate the probability that there are fewer than 3 hurricanes in a 20-year period. So the first thing that you notice, there's an individual probability written for a single hurricane, and also you're asked to find a certain number or less than a certain number. Okay, so whenever you see that, you know for sure that it's going to be dealing with binomial distribution. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to let x, okay, represent the number of hurricanes in a 20-year period. Okay, so you know that this is the binomial distribution with the parameters 20, this is the number of years, the period, and the individual probability of a hurricane, 0.05. Okay, so what this means is that you're going to have n, and this is p. Okay, so, and you know that the probability function when x is equal to k is going to be n choose k, the p, the probability, the individual probability raised to the kth power, and then 1 minus p, the complement of that probability, the probability of the event not happening, in this case the individual probability of the hurricane not happening, that would be 0.95, as you can tell. So that's 1 minus p raised to the n minus k power. Okay, so this is the probability function. So let's plug it in. So we need to find what? We need to find in this problem, calculate the probability that there are fewer than 3 hurricanes in a 20-year period, right? So we need to find this. X is less than 3. The random variable x being less than 3. Okay, so what that means is that we're going to have the probability of 0 hurricanes in a 20-year period plus the probability of 1 hurricane during the 20-year period plus the probability of 2 hurricanes within a 20-year period. Okay, so now using the probability function we can find individual value. Okay, so 0 hurricanes means that we're going to have 20, and again n is equal to 20, as you can tell. K is equal to 0, right? The k value is 0. And then the p value, and then 1 minus p will always be the same, right? Because they're the fixed individual probabilities of a hurricane happening or not. Right? So that's 0.05 raised to the 0th power, right? According to the probability function, that's the k value. 0.95. Right? That's the 1 minus p, right? 1 minus 0.05 is 0.95. And that's going to be 20 minus 0, the power, which is 20. Okay, so that's that. Now the probability of 1 happening in a 20-year period is going to be what? Is going to be 20, choose 1 now. Right? So the bottom number will increase, right? 0.05 raised to the first power, and then 0.95 raised to the 19th power, right? The difference. And then finally the last one is 20 choose 2, and then 0.05 raised to the second power, and 0.95 raised to the 18th power. Okay, so and notice that you can use your calculator, and by the way, any non-zero, when you choose 0, is equal to 1, right? So this is equal to 1, and this is also equal to 1. Any non-zero raised to the 0 power is 1, right? So the first part is just 0.95 raised to the 20th power. This is equal to 20. 20 choose 1 is just 20. Okay? And if you have trouble finding this, you can use your calculator. Okay? So basically you're dealing with 0.95 raised to the 20th power plus 0.05 multiplied by 20. I just changed the order. Times 0.95 raised to the 19th plus, now this 20 choose 2, just in case if you didn't know, this is equal to 20 factorial divided by 2 factorial and 18 factorial, right? 2 factorial and then the difference of the 20 and 2 factorial, which is 18 factorial. Alright, so and then that's going to be 0.05 squared times 0.95 to the 18th power. So if you use your calculator, and notice that you can use NCR function, because in your calculator this would be the N, the capital N, and this would be the R. So you're gonna plug in 20 NCR and then 2, depending on the calculator you have, you will get the right answer, right? But if you don't know it, you can use this notation and you can plug in using the factorials, right? But if you do this right, you should get an answer rounded to the nearest 100th, right? So that's going to be 0.92. Okay, so I hope this was fun and helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.